With a lot of Mainers spending more time at home and trying to cut down their trips to the grocery store, many are now baking their own bread.
Chef Annie Mahle joins us tonight from her home, sharing her recipe for Newfie bread.
So I've got 6 cups of flour in here, and I'm going to put some yeast and some salt in and mix those up so that it's when I pour the water in, the yeast and the salt are a little separate. I'm going to put a little butter in here as well. And then lastly, I've got warm water and the molasses, and we're going to put that in too. And now the thing is to mix it up and then knead it. So this is a very tactile experience here with the dough. And this is looking very normal, what's happening here. And then as you mix it more, it wants to come away from the sides of the bowl. Also very normal and excellent. That's exactly what we wanted to do. So just about the time when you're like, it's not really, I can't really mix it any longer, is exactly the time that you want to take it out of the bowl and start kneading it on the counter. Now, I'm not going to take 5 to 10 minutes to knead this bread with you, but I did want to show you what this looks like, what this process looks like. So you start with it looking mottled and kind of a mess like this, and as you go along, it gets smoother and smoother and smoother. And what I'm doing here is I'm rocking back and forth as I'm turning it and pulling it toward me. I'm kind of using the weight of and the motion of my hips more than I am my arms. So this shouldn't be a tiring process. This should just be a kind of meditative, rhythmic, just kind of hanging out with the bread moment. All right, so we're gonna let that be, and we're gonna actually put this over here and away. And I just so happen to have some bread that's been rising in my warm oven. So my oven is a gas oven, and the bread is looking double, even triple what it was at the beginning. All right, so I thought then I would show you how to shape this bread. And I've got 2 different ways to shape it. One is as rolls, and the other is as a full loaf. Either one are going to be delicious. We'll shape them together and then come back when it's all the way done. This one's going to be the loaf in the pan. I'm going to roll this toward itself and create a seam on the bottom, tuck it into the pan, it goes. And then these rolls, the way to do these is to kind of pull and tuck up underneath and then kind of squeeze, like pinch with your hand. And when you do that, create these nice little rolls. Now hopefully we'll end up with 9 when we're all said and done, which will just perfectly fit in here. And then we're going to let them rise again in my warm oven, and we'll come back when they're ready to go in. Okay, now some time has passed, and the loaf and the rolls have risen. Now the amount of time is going to depend in your house on how cold it is, what the humidity is outside, inside, whether you've got your air conditioning on, which is not happening right now in Maine, but at another time you might be baking bread, that might be true, and whether or not you have some kind of warm, cozy place for your bread to rise. Now it's ready to go into the oven. On the loaf, I'm just going to slash one deep slash there. This is going in, and then these rolls are going to go in, and this is a key component to helping the bread have a nice oven rise and a nice just poof in the oven, a little steam. So that's going to bake at 375 for, again, maybe 20 minutes. The loaf is gonna, for the rolls, and the loaf is gonna take a little bit longer, maybe 40, and we'll be back. It's been really fun hanging out with you guys, and until we see each other again, hang in there.
Some people are baking more bread these days. I'm consuming more. Annie Mahle has additional recipes for other traditional and basic breads on her website. You'll find a link to that on our website, newscentermaine.com/207.